watching you blossom and grow and come into your own. I didn't show you how to do this. You've done this inherently, and I sat back and watched. Every now and then I'll nudge, but I'm just nudging because I think I know what you're wanting to do, and I want you to realize the maximum of what it is you, Emily Perkins, want to do. I want to see for you and your family the absolute most fantastic outcome, because joy doesn't come from doing this one thing or doing that thing. Joy comes from living our purpose, and often living our purpose, we use the tool of music to do that. We use the tool of networking. We use the tool, all these different tools, they all come about one thing, and that's living your purpose.
Again, Mr.
I
Philosophical,
definitely
man.
believe that. I definitely believe that. Like, I know that I have talent that not everybody has. And I know that one of those things is lifting up other people. And I know that about myself. I also know that you can say, Emily, stand up on that stage and sing, and I can sing anywhere, anytime. Like I can do all of those things. And I've been doing it a really long time. And whenever you hear somebody sing your lyrics back, whenever you hear something that you wrote, I have this song called Circle, and it has connected me with so many people. And I wrote it because it's coming full circle. I wrote it because everybody needs to know you can cross that bridge, you can run that last mile, but you got to wear your smile like it's armor. You know, you got to just stand up and walk through to get to the other side. And being, in a way, a beacon for other people, I love that. I love that. I love that there's a great breakdown in that song where everybody can sing and clap along. I love that moment on stage. That's so great because I've reached someone. Like I had a conversation with Eddie Izzard years ago via Zoom during the marathons. And Eddie, being a comedian, was talking about how it was going to reach someone through the brain. And in that moment had like a light bulb moment. Oh, that's how a comedian reaches you through the brain. But a musician, it's the heart and the soul. Because I'd said, I'm not trying to hide behind the lines. I'm trying to find the person to connect to talk to whether it's my song or somebody else's song. I want them to feel better because I have felt so terrible in my life. And I don't want other people to feel that. And I want them to know, even if you feel that, you can get past it. Like I made up a hashtag, find the good where you are. Because even if you're in a bad place, the good thing is you figured out that you're in a bad place.
Your confidence level, you have a great confidence level. I mean, you there's no doubt in my mind that you know why you're here and what your purpose is and what you're doing. You sold me in that 5 minutes that you just said that, because a lot of folks is like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just go to work every day and I don't know what my day-to-day, you know what your day-to-day is, you know what your purpose is, and you know why you do what you do.
That is true.
And you'll be rewarded vastly for that. It may not happen today, but I'm like Ryano. Ryano likes to surround himself around good people. I can just tell you're a good person. I felt you were a good person from the backup singer. You had me from backup singer at Springboard. At that point, there was no reason you had to do that. There was no reason you had to do that at all. But you did. And that's what makes you a better or a much special person because of that.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have this kind of thing. If I can help, I'm going to. Like, if I can help, if I can truly help you, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to think about it. And I'm going to be awake at night.
Are you and her the same person?
She's the next level up model that's better looking. Yeah.
Because everything she is saying is exactly what you do, or the way I perceive you to be. You're always wanting to help somebody, no matter what the issue is. If you can help, you know, that man wants to help anybody he can.
The trick is learning. It's the old adage, when the devil can't stop you, he'll distract you. And so the only way to go after people like us, Emily, is you'll see somebody that's a distraction, a decoy, and you think you're supposed to help them, but you're not. They're in the process of God teaching them a lesson right now, and you don't need to get involved in their discussion. You know, sometimes you need to stay
I know
away.
what you mean by that. I know what you mean. I have been bitten, and it is but you know, sometimes you have to do that because you have to learn it. Mm-hmm. You have to learn and to see that. You know, you have to see, okay, I really want to help you, and I think you're in a spot, but I can also see you have absolutely no drive. You don't have a plan. You don't even, you know, like, you'll notice it really quickly. Everybody can tell you they want to do something, but they have to show you that they want to do it.
Yep. And everybody's an authority. Oh my God. We were just talking about this the other day. I have lost count of all the people I know who can tell you how to build a space shuttle from the ground up, but they can't fold paper into an airplane. Damnedest thing I ever saw. I'll hand them a sheet from the legal pad and go, get it, sugar britches. And they'll just stand there and be like, well, you know, it's not the right time, or the humidity's messing with the paper. For real, you know?
I got to confess, I was never an airplane maker. I could not make an paper airplane.
That man throws his hand up. That's not. It was not you, Rob.
I know, but I will confess, I am not good at any of that. What is it, origami or anything like that? Never was good with any of that. My dad could make. It wasn't like your typical. It kind of was flattened off, and it had like little wings on the back. And if you got it just right, and the wind got it, it would dip and dive and just, it was a cool thing. I tried to make it. No, it was not even close. Every time I'd ask him to make it for me, he's like, I already made you one. I taught you how to do it. Now you can do it yourself. And I tried, and I failed miserably.
You know what, but in that story, this is what I hear a lot. I hear it's really hard for parents to teach their children how to do things. It just is. People ask me, hey, you know, can you teach your kids how to play guitar? I could teach other kids how to play guitar, but I can't teach mine. My daddy couldn't teach me. So I think that, you know, I think maybe if you had somebody else showing you, or if you were doing it in a different kind of way. I remember I wanted to learn how to play tennis. So my dad takes me out on the court. And I kept hitting it. I was hitting it. He goes, you're not doing it right. You got to hit the top of the ball. You got to make it spin. You got to, just like Billy Riggs, I'm like Bobby Riggs. And I was like, I just want to hit the ball. I think that's a thing. I really do.
You know, you hit on something, another nerve there that is right. I was more willing to learn from somebody else's parents than my own parents. So it's like, do you feel like just because they're not your dad telling you what to do all the time, that this guy knows what he's doing?
It could be.
Probably has no clue, just as much as you don't think your dad has a clue.
You know, it's funny. Like, our kids are in choir and do things, and in theater and things like that. And we're like, okay, breathe this way. Both me and my husband will say, all right, we're given actual advice. We get paid all the time to sing and perform. Like, no, that's not what my teacher said. That's not what this said. So and so said to do this. I was like, never mind. Just go on with your bad self, because you know it all. Like, we're little professionals.
But here's something different. I went to trucking school in 1997, I think it was 98, and I didn't know a lot about it, so I was open to listening to what the instructors had to say. But you have some folks come in, my dad did it, my grandfather did it, so-and-so did it, and I know all about it. Then why are you here? The instructor would be like, if you think you know everything, then you're not going to listen to us. You're wasting your money to be here. And you would be surprised at how many of them came in with that mentality that they already knew everything, and they were only there to get that license. And when it came down to getting their license, they didn't know nothing. and they didn't want to listen during the class, so therefore they failed it. Maybe the first or the second time. I was like, I went in open, passed everything the first time. Not going to say I passed it with flying colors, but I passed it. I got my Missouri CDL, and that's all that mattered. But again, you can't go into it thinking you know all of it. Just like you just said with your with kids the way they are.
That's a great analogy in the music business as well. I mean, I know a lot, but I don't know everything, and so I love that's the thing with Springboard. The things that you hear, the things that you understand when you go there. Where I go to meet people and see what I can learn. What do I not know? Like where could I improve here, there? I think that's a big thing in the music business, is because there's so many people who'll be like, I know it. You do this, and if you don't do it this way, you're not going to be successful. And if you do it this way, I think there's lots of different ways to do things, but you have to know that, I have a great friend. His name is Gene Velasquez, a really great friend. And he would tell me, it's where I got the lyric from my song, Spotlight, stand up and sing, girl. We were at a jam, and there was a lot of different women, and there were two women that were singing on top of each other, and they were trying to overpower each other. And we were both sitting there. We had our Coors Lights, just sitting there watching it. And he was in so many ways my mentor. And he tapped me like that, and I was like I'd done something. He goes, "Don't do that. Do not do that." He goes, "There's always going to be someone better than you, but there's not going to be another you. So just get up there and sing. Stand up there and sing, girl." Because I was going to get up and sing. And I could tell you, I know exactly the club I was in, because it changed my life. Where you were talking about that 30 seconds that he stopped, tapped me and said, "Don't do that." And I just never forget it, because when he said, there's always going to be someone better. There's always going to be someone better, but there's never going to be you. So just get up there and sing, girl.
You are the only one that can do you the best.
Mm-hmm.
You're the best version of you. Nobody else can do it like you can.
Yeah, that's what he was saying in it. Why we call them genieisms. But yeah, it runs with me now. And every time I sing Spotlight, stand up and sing, because here comes the world. That's his voice telling me, don't do that. Be you. Be exactly who you are. Don't try to over-sing someone. I think people make that mistake a lot, but
especially the new artists, the new ones. They're so busy imitating.
Mm-hmm.
They're all chasing someone else's visual style, someone else's way of singing. And that's part of growing up. You pick something that you appreciate, speaks to you, and you imitate it. But there's a point where it's just silly. They've already got one of those. Find your own voice, find your own way. And often it's a combination of imitating multiples that you appreciate. And somewhere in all of that, you end up discovering your sound and yourself in the process. But it's I'm just shocked at how many people that I still see that it's like, bless her heart, Lainey Wilson had to quit wearing bell bottoms because she was getting lost in the crowd. Everybody else had ran and bought a pair of bell bottoms. It was like, dear Lord,
Yeah.
And that's just people in general. It's a lot of cosplay until you become the actual thing. And we say that on this show all the time. Every amateur is an independent, but not every independent is an amateur. And
Well, I can tell you, that you're spot on with that, for sure.
you see that so often
Mm-hmm.
with the ones that are, well, I'm an artist. No, you're not. And it's not even about time served, because time served only matters in prison. You've been involved in this for a year and a half, okay, which is cool. That's cool. And you can be a genius. I know one of my dear friends from back in the day, Sharon Vaughn, her very first song she ever wrote in her life was "My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys." So, I mean, that was her very first attempt at writing a song. So, I mean, there are some people right out of the gate that'll defy the odds. But as a rule, right? As a rule, you need some mileage. You need to go out there and play the venues. It may not be bars, but go and play dates, play venues. Learn the struggle of doing it with a band, where you're all pulling together and chipping in for cheeseburgers or doing whatever, and hauling
I have done
equipment.
that.
Yes. Yes.
I have played with original bands. I have played with cover bands. I have done it. I have put the time in, and yeah, I do think it is important to put time in. I think that if you don't and you make it, you all of a sudden you've got to play this, and this. If you're not used to that, like I know, I've got a friend who didn't play, and I opened a lot of doors for her, and she started playing, and she played a lot, but she was not used to it. She was not used to being able to do it. Not everybody can do it. Not everyone can just, and then, as a parent, being able to do it and to work. And, when somebody goes, well, I can't do it because I got work. I was like, well, then this isn't your thing. Because I know a lot of people. I know people. I can tell you, I know this guy named Adam Chester, and he's one of the coolest people ever because he plays with the Elton John band in the sense of like he practices with them. Like he's the guy that, because Elton John don't like to practice, so he goes out there and he's a great singer songwriter, and he's just so cool. When the Gershwin Award that Bernie Taupin and Elton John won a couple of years ago, that man played that red piano. That's Adam Chester. And I love the fact that like that man works all of the time. He's got a regular job. He's got that job. He's got other jobs, because as a musician, you have to wear a whole bunch of different hats. And if you can't wear all those hats, it might not be for you.
It's a fact.
Definitely a time consumption, and you've got to invest in it for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we're at the 45-minute mark right now, and this is usually where we end the interview.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to put out for us, or anything Ryano has that he would like to ask you before we find out what two songs of yours you want us to play at the end of the interview? Ryano?
I'm absolutely good. I'm so pleased and so proud. And we start this process, Emily, every 90 days. We'll have you come back and give us more updates, and we'll be bringing in and pushing these projects. And you're primarily working in Houston, but you're also in the surrounding area, but you're also very involved with Springboard. And you are also now introducing these damn Yankees over here in the United States to the joys of playing in the UK. So that is fantastic.
I love the UK. I do. I like. We went to Ireland and came back from. Oh God, Ireland! It's so. If you have never been to Ireland, I tell you, everybody, because we're all Irish in some sort. Like here in America, go to Ireland. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful. There is live music on every single corner. And the people are fantastic, and it's just beautiful there. So
I can't make it to Ireland, but I can't make it to Ireland, but I'll go to Bourbon Street and get those musicians on every corner. Probably doesn't smell the same, but I'll go down to New Orleans and feel like I'm in Ireland.
Oh, my brothers are from New Orleans.
Love New Orleans. New Orleans is maybe my second favorite place in the world that I've ever been. I just love the whole atmosphere of New Orleans. So like Ryano said, we're going to get you back in about 90 days. As the interview comes to a close, let the folks know where they can connect with you, where they can get your social medias, get your merch, get your music.
So my husband and I have a band. We are the Perkins 2, as in like V and Perkins, like 2, all one word. 2 is the the number 2. And that's all the places we're playing, theperkins2.com. And then for what I do outside of everything, mom, musician, part of my duo, all the wife, is Emily
People
Perkins.
go to the UK.
Yeah, send people to the UK, booking people left and right. Yeah. At Emily Perkins Music is with underscores between the words for Instagram and Facebook, and you'll see my face. I have not a peculiar face, but like my smile is my own. So
I have a beautiful face.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
So that brings us to the most important part of the show is, in my opinion, is which 2 songs you would like to put out there for the listeners to get a good example of who Emily Perkins is.
Well, which ones do y'all have?
I have some. I don't know what I have, but whichever 2 that you decide, I usually ask you just to send those 2 to me to make sure I've got them, and then we put them into the interview.
Oh, I don't. Okay, I would like for Circle and can we do something that's not completely out yet? Is that possible?
If you have a copy of it and you don't mind us playing on an interview, I will definitely put it on.
Okay. Because I know like Mississippi Take Me Home, like the thing with the vocal is so amazing. And that's, yeah. So the Circle in Mississippi Take Me Home.
Like that, did you?
Yes, I did. I do like it. I'll send it. Yeah.
Did Ryano have something to do with that?
Oh, yeah. I sent it to him. He's like, it's great. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, that's, am I right? It's kind of like that. It's like, hey, that's great. Hold my beer, And it came back with my vocal was just, it was so great. Matter of fact, we were at Springboard and I used that song for a Moment of Truth radio. And I was just shaking because like they were like, if the hook's not there in the first 30 seconds, it's not a hit, right? Well, I knew the hook wasn't going to be there in the first 30 seconds. We still played that song and both of them were like, it was like if I had a buzzer, they go beep. Like it was great. They immediately, and I was like, we ain't even made it to the hook. Yes.
That's awesome stuff right there.
I think so.
Emily, it was great having you on the show. It was an honor and it was a delight to have you on.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. This is great. This is perfect amount of time as well.
Well, we're going to get it on right now. We're going to play Circles, and then we're going to play Mississippi Take Me Home. Is that the name of it?
That is it.
Right here by Emily Perkins on The Uncle Show.